Hey guys, welcome to Culture. It's your girl Bromley. Today we're going to talk about the GMC registration process. Let's get to it. Like I said, guys, today we're going to talk about the GMC registration process. And for those of you who don't know what the GMC is the medical body that grants medical students the permission to become official doctors in the UK. By the way, guys, I am not a UK citizen, but I studied in a European university. So post-Brexit, UK has allowed students from European universities, regardless of their citizenship, to come in the UK and work without the qualifying exam called PLAB. So that's pretty great news. So this episode is primarily for medical students who want to work in the UK from approved European universities, especially ones applying with an alternate document. An alternate document is anything other than your diploma, which is what I used because, I didn't want to lose months waiting for my diploma. So I'll be filling you in on all the steps I took to go through the GMC registration process. Having said that, I haven't got my registration yet, but it's been going okay so far. So by God's grace, hopefully it'll happen soon. First of all, I want to take a few moments to talk about IELTS. I would say plan at least 6 months prior to taking your IELTS exam. I'm not saying you won't get it at your first try, but if in case you don't pass it at your first go, if you attempted way prior, you will have time to give it another go or even a third go in case you don't pass. And by the way, guys, do focus on all sections of IELTS, but especially writing. That's the part that gets most people. This next thing you can do regardless of the time is setting up a GMC account. I somehow ended up creating an account in my second year of med school. Don't ask me why. This step doesn't take any money, and how I know that is because I was broke then. And it's super simple to set up. What you'll gain from setting up an account in the GMC login site is a GMC reference number. And this number will be recurrently asked in the upcoming steps, so it's good if you have it. And the big step, that is the electronic portfolio of international credentials, aka EPIC. Don't let the name scare you guys. EPIC is an American organization acting as like a middleman to verify the documents you're sending in, be it a diploma or an alternate document. First thing is setting up your account. I would suggest doing this step at least 2 weeks prior to your last exam so you don't lose time later. This step involves you putting in your personal details, the university you went to, etc. For those applying from Bulgaria, guys, make sure you mention the title of your degree as Master of Medicine, as this is the title that we're granted out here. Another important thing is that there will be a question on should your document, or what they will refer to as credential, be approved. Which entity would you like the report to be sent to? So just put that down as GMC. By the way, EPIC will be sending you mails on everything, so you don't have to feel lost in the process or feel overwhelmed by all this information. The cost for setting up your EPIC account is $130. Now, as part of your account being set up, you'll need to make an account with Notary Cam. Notary Cam is a platform for online notarization, and setting up the account is super simple, comes with no additional costs. And once the account with Notary Cam is set up, you will receive an appointment to meet with them. They will video call you to prove it's you. You just have to hold up your passport, basically, and they'll require you to do an online signature. And the entire thing just takes a couple minutes, basically. After all this, you will get an EPIC identification number, which will be the most essential number required by GMC. So the 2 steps with the EPIC account setup and the Notary Cam takes about 2 weeks, so you can have that ready by the time you get your document. So this will be an account of what I did next. The day I passed my final exam, I went to the student's office to ask if I can get an English document stating that I finished my exams, studied there for 6 years, my basic info like my faculty number, my passport, a number, date of birth, place of birth, and you can tell them to state a line in the document saying, and I quote, "This document is for the officials of Great Britain," unquote. So this really helped me. If you can ask them to give you a Bulgarian version of the same document, it'd be great too. I'm saying Bulgarian because I studied in Bulgaria, and so this is for all the students who studied here. So then I uploaded this document onto Epic. For each document, it's $100. Say if you're uploading a transcript and a diploma, it's going to be $100 plus $100. So in my case, it was just one document, so it was $100. This money, by the way, will be refunded back to you if your credential ends up not getting accepted. And I want to let you in on what happens behind the scenes. So Epic will now send this document to our universities and ask if they're legit. And our universities will have to send it back saying it's legit, and that's all there's to it. So meanwhile, I would suggest if you can mail someone in charge there in the headquarters that they will be receiving an email in the next couple of days or so asking to verify your document, it'd be great. And by the way, guys, much to my surprise, I got my document approved in about 5 to 6 days. I really honestly did not expect that. So thank God for that. Now we can move on to the GMC. The GMC online application form didn't end up working because if you're applying with an alternate document, as soon as you put in your Epic identification number, they reject it instantly because GMC online application form does not accept Epic ID numbers attached to an alternate document. So this got me bumped a little bit, but I emailed GMC straight away and they told me that in such cases, you have to apply with a hard copy application form, which is basically a printed out application that you have to fill by hand. After which you have to send a scanned copy of this application form along with your IELTS, a scanned copy of your IELTS result sheet. With the form itself, there's a couple of things I want to mention, by the way. They require you to fill in your internship details. So I put in my 6th year rotations in there, along with internships I've done on my own outside of my medical curriculum. Make sure, guys, by the way, you keep in touch with the doctors you've interned under outside of your medical school curriculum because GMC might require them to fill out an reference form. Another thing that you have to pay attention to is good standing certificate. I went a little crazy trying to figure this out. So the good standing certificate is a certificate that says that you're eligible to work in a specific country. So for us here in Bulgaria, if you're not registered into the Bulgarian Medical Association, you don't need the certificate. And please, please don't waste your money on this step. Because when GMC emails you, which they will, by the way, regarding your good standing certificate, all you have to tell them is that I'm not registered to the Bulgarian Medical Association, so I don't have this document. That's all you need to say. They're not going to ask you any further questions on that. And by the way, none of us who finish our exams are registered into the Bulgarian Medical Association, so don't go above and beyond to getting that step done because it does involve quite a bit of money. The GMC part of the application process costs about £157 for full registration. So I had to call in to a number they provided me with, and I gave in my credit card details, and they took the money from my card, and that's how they do the processing. Anything else they require of you, GMC will let you know. If they need the Bulgarian version of your alternate document, if they need the passport copy, if they need any other reference materials, they will ask you. And they're very efficient, by the way. They keep in contact with you and keep you well informed. So basically, guys, these are the things that I had to do. If you guys need a template of any of the documents, just send me a text and I'll be happy to share that with you. If you're listening in from YouTube, I list the steps in a very basic format down below. Any questions you guys might have, please feel free to reach out to me. I will try to help you in the best of my abilities. So that's it from me, guys. Thank you guys for listening. I hope for those of you who are hoping to get a GMC registration, everything goes okay for you guys. And so stay safe out there, guys. Bye.